7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Hello everybody, I'm your host Ashton, and welcome back to the show. Today we are out on the road. We are here at the Dusk Till Dawn at the Midway Drive-In in Sterling, Illinois, and we're going to do some interviews today and see what people have to say. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm John Kitley. I run Kitley's Crypt website, and I'm also on a podcast called Discover the Horror. We've been setting up at the Midway for as long as they've been doing their all-night horror fest. So, I mean, we've been doing conventions for years, but it's always fun to do these kind of events because I'm a big fan of the drive-in.
Oh yeah, no, we are too. We try and make it out to these here as much as we possibly can. So what got you into doing this sort of business?
I've been a horror fan my whole life, so the way to offset the money you're spending on your own collection is to start selling so you could make more money to buy more stuff. That's why they call us dealers. So that's pretty much it, and I'm just such a huge fan that I mainly sell horror reference books about movies, because my whole thing is the more you learn, the more you're going to enjoy. So it's kind of like hoping to pass that passion on to other people.
Awesome. All right, now some more personal questions. What is, if you had to pick, like if you had to say one right now, what was your favorite horror movie?
I hate this question.
I know it's a hard one. You can pick a couple.
The original Frankenstein from 1931.
I haven't seen that one.
Lucio Fulci's Zombie.
Oh, amazing.
The Haunting from 1963. Chinese Ghost Story from 1987.
And you're getting me here.
I could go on forever. I hate favorites because I can do a top 10. I can't even hardly do a top 10 because there's just so many great movies out there.
It's so hard. There's just so many good ones. I love that pick. Fulci's Zombie, amazing movie. Okay, now this is another similar question. What's like a movie that you love that no one else has really ever heard of that you've talked to?
Depends on how deep obscure you want. I mean, like I mentioned, Chinese Ghost Story, which is a Hong Kong film. That is a horror comedy romance. Not too many people know about that because unless you were in the Hong Kong movement in the 90s with all the John Woo stuff and the action stuff, it's pretty unknown here. So that's probably one that I try to tell everybody that they need to see. But I like everything from the silent films onto the new stuff. So there's always obscure stuff out there, depending whether you like just batshit crazy stuff like a Canadian film called Things, which you'll either love or hate, which I am a big fan of. I also like Robot Monster from 1953, which is the gorilla suit with the robot head on.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that. So, but then you get into serious movies, like I mentioned, The Haunting, which is really scary, even though they don't show you anything.
Yeah.
But then, like I mentioned with Fulci, I love the gore. So The Beyond and House by the Cemetery is awesome.
Love that. I gotta say, I love that trilogy. I just finished it recently. It's a great one. Well, that about does it for our short little interview here. Do you have any social medias or anything you want us to put up for people to follow you on?
KitleysCrypt.com or DiscoverTheHorror.com.
Okay. Both of those, you can find those down below and right here. And thank you so much for having this conversation with us.
Thank you.
Moving on to our next interview here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jill from Licks.
It's nice to meet you. And how long have you been doing this?
Since the late 90s, 1997.
Wow.
Conventions I've been doing since 2000. So.
That's really cool. So you got a lot of experience in the whole selling of horror movie stuff like that. So can we ask, how did you get into this business?
Luckily, it's what I loved since I was a kid, and I had a retail store, and I just started building it on that, like buying t-shirts from people, and then it just kept building, and now we can sustain a lifestyle on it.
That is so cool. I can tell you that's a dream I'm sure plenty of us horror fans have had. I mean, and you're living it, which is awesome. There's plenty of people that are jealous. Oh yeah.
Person.
So, Now, here are the hard questions. All right. I know everyone hates this, and they hate getting put on the spot. What's your favorite horror movie?
Hellraiser.
You have one right off the bat? Okay, well, a ton of people have a really hard time answering that. The original one, though?
The OG Hellraiser is my favorite movie.
See, I can't lie. I love it. It's one of my favorites of all time.
All right.
I think the second one's just a little better.
Oh,
I love the second one.
Yes. But part one, saw in the theater. It's when I discovered Clive Barker, and it changed my life. You know what I mean? So that's why it's my favorite.
Okay, well, I'm happy that was really easy for you, because some people it's hard to get one out of them. Because I can't blame them though, because there's a ton of good ones, right? Right off the bat, perfect. Now our next one, a bit more unique, similar vein. What is like a very obscure horror movie that you love that not a lot of, like, whenever you talk to people about it, you don't really seem that anyone's ever heard of it?
No, never heard of it. I have talked to too many people and did too much horror movies. But probably like an American one is In Dreams.
There was a dreamer out there like me. I want her to be my family.
He's in my head.
I probably don't even know about it. You do?
Say I've heard of that one.
Okay, but like one of my favorites is Stage Fright, Aquarius. What's it also called? Bloody Bird. It's Italian horror by Michele Soavi, and he's one of my favorite directors. So
I love Italian horror, but yeah, I can't say I've heard of those. You got me on the obscure ones. Well, that is about it. It's a very short interview. Yeah, sure. Do you have a specific like horror movie soundtrack that sticks out to you?
No. How's that for my answer? I'm just kidding. I was just thinking because I was watching all my favorite horror movies, and at least 4 of them are done by Danny Elfman. Can't help it. It's like Nightbreed.
I haven't watched Nightbreed yet.
Oh, The Frighteners. All kinds of great movies are done by Elfman. So
that's really cool. Do you have anywhere that you would like people to know to like follow you guys at?
Maybe. If you look at Jill_Van. I don't really do social media that much, but lixonline.com is our business. And I also make scary chocolates too, so I got to throw that in there.
Perfect. Go check out their chocolates and their website, and it'll be left down below and right here, like we said before. And thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're back with our final interview of the day. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Andrew. I'm from Time Warp Collectibles.
So what got you into this business? So, like, how did you get into it in the first place?
I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. 53 years old, probably started around 5 or 6 years old with collectibles, and it just all kind of just blossomed into this. I mean, I collected comics and toys like my entire life, and then I have a huge love for horror, so it kind of just was a natural progression for me. So.
Awesome. And I know that's so cool, because I know a lot of horror fans out there probably watching this now. They would kill to have a job like this. I mean, this is kind of a dream for like some people, right? I mean, being able to do what you love for a living. I mean, it's got to feel great, you know.
It is very cool to be your own boss and run your own business, but with that comes a lot of other things that you don't normally have to do when you have a job that you go to every day. So I mean, you got to be disciplined. You got to make your own rules, but you got to follow them, and there's no one to blame but yourself when something goes wrong. But yes, it is very cool to do something like this. But I was in the cubicle for 20 years, so I did the corporate thing for a long time.
So you tried them both out.
Yeah, and I definitely prefer this over that. So
I think most people would. So now some harder questions. All right. So I know a lot of people. Some people hate this question. Some people are really easy to answer it. But what's your favorite horror movie?
I get that one a lot too.
I know, and it's hard to
So
answer.
for me, I'm gonna be kind of a snob about that question.
That's fine. We want to hear it.
And then I'm gonna say, okay, let's break it down into genres, okay?
Perfect.
Because we can't just a blanket statement of what is your favorite horror film. No, it has to be what is your favorite classic horror film. What is your favorite slasher horror film?
I love that distinction.
So, because I can't just give you one, because there's so many different subgenres
Okay.
of the genre. So.
Yeah, no, let's go by genre. Let's start with slasher.
Okay.
Start with
well,
slasher.
For slasher, gosh, there's so many good ones. But I'm gonna say one of the most obvious is the '78 Halloween. I mean,
That's our cameraman's favorite movie.
yeah,
of all time right there.
it's pretty much a flawless masterpiece in my eyes, and it did kind of, there's some argument about what the first slasher was, but it pretty much cemented the genre.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a great one.
Oh, it is.
I can't lie.
Well, I mean, Carpenter can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean one of the best horror, probably if not the best horror director of all time. Right?
Hands down. I mean, not just director, but producer,
Yeah.
writer, soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
I mean, it's just he's a Renaissance man. He does it all, and
Yes.
And I met him twice.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you have the chance to meet him?
I saw him in 2017 live doing his musical tour.
That's awesome.
And I saw him in 2018 doing the same thing. But both times about the VIP experience. So I got to go backstage and talk to him and have him sign a bunch of stuff. And
That is so cool.
I told him straight up, I'm like, pound for pound, I'm like, your resume reads like no other. Like,
of course.
Like I mean, it's just unbelievable. The string of good films that guy has had is just unreal.
Amazing. Well, that's going to bring us here to the end of our interview. But now, before we let you go, do you have any social medias or anything that you want to let them know about to where they can find your stuff?
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Time Warp Collectibles. And then from there, you can go to our Big Cartel store. We have about 600 items up there, movie posters. The link is in the link tree, so you can visit the store. We don't have a brick and mortar. We just go around all over the country all year long doing conventions. So a lot of people would like us to have a brick and mortar, but it just doesn't make sense for us. Our store is on wheels, so we go everywhere. So.
All right. Well, everyone, you can find that on screen here and down below in the description. And we want to thank you again for coming and having this talk with us. You have yourself a good rest of your night.